and welcome to session 3 of Sultan Sanctuary. Hopefully, it's a huge hopefully, but it's a lot of we'll see. This will be our last stream, but I'm honestly not sure. We'll find out together. But I want to actually go back to the entrance to this area and start exploring it thoroughly properly, because we just full-on booked it from the end of the alchemy to here. So I just want to, yeah, just backpedal a little bit and then go through it properly the way that's a bit more intended. I'm also trying to be evasive of these guys. To be fair, our actual end goal is to try and get into the top leftmost corner of this area, because the top leftmost leads into a secret area which leads to this game's optional, like, ultimate optional boss. Also, I know I said I was probably going to grind off screen the last of those ranks, but I eventually decided I couldn't be bothered. Mostly because of the warpy dudes. Like, getting the armor mites of the big guys was, I could justify, but getting the warpy dudes to drop their ribs, I just didn't have the patience for it, so I eventually decided I wouldn't. And I just part with what I've got, which, to be fair, is a very feasible challenge for us to do. We've got this far, we can do it. The biggest thing when trying to navigate this area is paying attention to the scenery, because it will give away when you're approaching a pit and when you're approaching something that's safe. Like the little door frames that don't seem to go anywhere. Ow, that hit me. Fuck, this thing's beating me up. Your siblings weren't that bad. Oh, there's another one of you. You gonna drop an armor, mate? Like, just save you the hassle? No, of course you wouldn't. That'd be too easy. No, you can't skip that. Okay. Diamond cluster. And I'm aware that not once in this have I actually turned in any of like the boss drops for weapons and such, but you don't need them. Maybe I'll showcase them at the end if we get time, but I am not gonna make too much of a fuss about it. Where's this go? Oh, is this the other side of the safety room? Yeah, it is. Okay, that's handy. That's a nice workaround. The sanctuary, I meant safety. Tell I haven't been up that long. I just wanted to crack on. I was really in the mood to play more of this. Our last few levels aren't going to matter as much, so I'm just going to be a bit more loose around it. I also want to see what's up here quickly. Stone leader, and having another leader would be quite helpful if we ever do get that armor mite. Where's this lead? Probably to the surface if it's a lever door. Hager's. Oh, right, this is right at the bottom left corner of the cavern. Yeah, this is like. Okay, yeah, okay. That's easy enough, link up. Ow. Alright, now let's get back on the main path. I'm like double checking my corners because I don't remember exactly where the secret boss is. I just know it's around here. No, it's not there. I'm gonna die. I missed everything and slipped through that crack. I don't remember exactly where it is. If we get to the main boss of this area, I will backtrack and start searching around for it, because I know it is in here. It's just tucked away. I just got to remember. But it's been, like, you know... As I keep on saying, it's been years, so I don't remember precisely. Late game areas I don't have as good a memory on as early game areas, as you can imagine. With how much time I've spent into this, I've done the early game cycle a lot of times. I was gonna say, is that one? Where's that lead? More of you. I'll do that just to kill it a bit quicker. Oh, more Lord's Orders. Ow. Just gonna sit here for a second. Oh, I didn't realise my first two actually went through. I thought it hadn't, which is why I healed again. Can I reach that? Oh no, it's just ever so slightly off. And we're going to get a lot of stuff getting us ready for... Post-game is the wrong word for it, because there isn't. It's like similar to Dark Souls, and once you beat the final boss, that's it. That sort of thing. But it's preparing you for if you want to do like very detailed explorations and filling in the pieces, basically. So you can get everything set together to prepare yourself. Is this a safe drop? I don't feel like it is. Okay, that's not too bad. This is leading towards the dragon, isn't it? Yeah, okay, no, we don't want to go that way. That way's the next mandatory boss. That's the dragon. We want to go this way. And try all we might to find this secret boss. I know it's around here somewhere. Ow. Break your ankles a little bit trying to clear out over here. It's like, hello? Aha, I think I saw it. There's a staircase over there. I want to check over this corner though, just to be safe. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure there's something for our trouble. Oh, a sellsword. Yeah, if you want a buddy. But that's the only thing. The fact that you need a sellsword to have co-op play in this makes it kind of limiting. Then you can't do it at every shrine, because there's only so many of these sellswords in the game. Ah, that's got to be where it is. I'm 99% sure. Alright, we can make that. I say that, I'm not actually as sure as I just made out whatsoever. I'm just hopeful. Oh no, we've been... Oh no, maybe it's not. It's definitely in here. I promise. I think I just saw it, actually. Yeah, it's down here. It's just tucked away. It's not in the top left, it's lower left, but it goes up into what feels like the top left. Oh, getting back here is going to be a pain in the butt. Missed everything. Missed everything. Well, I suppose now we'll find out how much of a pain in the butt it is to get back to. It might be smarter to walk back to the actual save point up top than to try and get back there from here. Well, I'm supposed we'll find out. Ow. Oh, how do you mean? Oh, come on. Come on now. Let's not be silly. There, now this time don't just fall all the way down to your demise in one go. I say that, we only lost, what, like 7,000 salt? That's nothing at this point. We're level 76. We're at the level where we can take on and probably win against the final boss, so I'm really not too fussed on levels. Look for candles if you can. Wrong choice. Damn it. I was actually saying that, but I just doubted myself just enough going down there. No, follow the light. Follow the light. That is your trick. If you can't see the ledge, look for any kind of light source. Got it. I love the ambient music in this game. I just wish there was more of it. Because there really isn't. Like, this is like the only real ambient track they have. It's just a quiet riff. And it's just faded out as we speak. Come on, first try. Yeah, there we go. Getting better already. That's something that I only have to keep on doing because I can't do basic platforming. It's a dangerous habit I have. Like, you just burn through your excess stamina just doing that constantly. Right, follow the light. Ow. As you see, you've seen the light, it leans more to the right now, so lean more to the right. And now it leans more to the left, so you go more to the left. Shimmering Pearl? What's that one when it's at home? I don't think we've picked up one of them before. Oh my god, look how much loot we have. More transmuting material. But this is to an optional boss. All of this is to lead to the last optional boss of the game. Which can be a tough fight, you just gotta know what to prioritize. As in, there's 3 bosses in one. The Forgotten King, and his 2, well, his guard and his sorcerer. Personally, I'm gonna say prioritize the sorcerer if you can help it. But get used to getting kicked by the fucking king. Because he will just kick all the time for no good reason. But the sorcerer is the biggest threat here. So if you can get on top of the sorcerer first, you'll do alright. Fucking king. I love the king has an attack where he just boots you. There's something about that that's just dumb. Alright, there goes 2 of them. Well, the king was one of them. I just got the knight now, which is like probably the easiest one. Because he's so slow and sluggish. The biggest challenge in this fight is just management. Once you have it, you see, that fight wasn't that bad. You get rid of the sorcerer, the fight falls apart. It's just a sorcerer, just a pain. And that's it. The judge, the knight, and king's ear. So you've got all of them. Get over here to get your extra shimmering pearl and your freedom. There is actually a pathway back out of here, which is appreciated. Even if it's a bit of a climb, as you can tell. Where does it lead us out? This little tuck away. Right here. Right, now before we continue, I am going to get that cooling horn, go back to the main sanctuary of here, to level up, prepare up, and just make sure we are going to be worthy of managing what's coming ahead before we press on to the last 2 fights of the game. Yeah, sure, Dex. No, you're not who I was looking for, sorry. You're who I was looking for. So, I'm an alchemist, blah blah blah. How do you... So, I'm looking for a weapon, so I'm trying to work out, yeah, there it is. I was saying, you have to actually have them in there, and you can make weapons from what you've got, like the Trinity stuff. Dried King's Ashes. The coveted. Ronin Kran to get his sword. Judges to get that. Untouched Inquisitor to get the halberd. God, there's some... Oh yeah, the Untouched Inquisitor. You can get the weird little scythe thing as well. Thing of Arms here. Is there anything from the gun? Can you... Stenchmer's Foul's Tooth? I was expecting to see, you know, the pirate dude we fought, but... Class 5 greatsword, and it's just got strength scaling. The Bloodless Prince's Ashes. Strength and magic. Cursed Jaw. The thing with Cast Jaw, the Cruel's weapon, is its speed. For a greatsword, it's fast as hell. It just weighs a ton. So I'm sticking with what I've got because I'm quite happy with what I've made so far and what I've stuck with. But that is there as an option. What I do want to do though, just before, is go to a sanctuary for blacksmith and see if we can upgrade our stuff just that one more time. Oh god, now I've got to remember what all these statues mean. Did I put a blacksmith on Salm Lake? Okay, yeah, that's what that meant. Hey, dude. Upgrade. Let's just see how far we can go with what we've got. Actually, yeah, let's upgrade everything one piece. Let's not prioritize one when we don't know if we'll be able to get them all. I'd rather everything feel more universal. Just to give us more of a chance going into the final fights. Because this stream might be a short-ish stream. Because it's literally, there's barely anything left, and I was expecting that area as a whole to take a bit longer than it did, if I'm honest. Okay, we'd only be able to upgrade 2 more pieces. So it would be you and... I don't think it matters too much, actually, looking at this. Let's see if we can give ourselves some more. But I'm scanning in my eyes if there's any more in this collection that is more salt based other than these, just to see if I can get a few more squeeze throughs. Right, now let's see what we can get together. Boom. We don't have another King's Orders anyway, so yeah, that'll be the end of the road. But not too bad. 2 6s and 2 5 pieces. Like this for this Crimson set, for how early we got it, it's done its job. It was worth the efforts to keep it. Yo, take me back to the Crypt of the Dead Gods, please. Hang on, y'all. Right. I don't really need any more prep. I will put you back on though, because it is one more sanctuary before the end. Now let's get a move on and head towards the penultimate boss of the game. So this might be a shorter, well, I say might, it will be a shorter stream. It's just by how much is what we're going to be finding out throughout this. So it might even be less than an hour, which would be really surprising if that happens. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. Because if we finish the game as quick as I intend to, I'll be spending the rest of the run creating new saves to try and take down the Unspeakable Deep to just show you that you can beat it in that tutorial. It's just long. Like, each attempt takes you like 5 minutes, which is the main struggle of it. Oh, I wanted to be a little bit more up there so I could touch that, touch the candle. Hang on, let's see if I can dangle my way up there. Because I need to be... Yeah, I need to be up this way. Yeah, I just dipped down when I shouldn't have. You need to get up here. Excuse me, Mr. Golem dude. Oh, there's two of you. No, that's the end of the road. The bit I'm looking for is that glow just beneath us right there. Right, now we're ready. We don't need salt for anything else. We don't need to spend our gold on anything. We just need to get down here and get fighting. So this is the penultimate boss, and I've seen people like stop at this boss. Like, I've seen people have a lot of trouble with this boss that hasn't loaded in. Where is it? Anytime you want, my man. Oh, there it is. Now it's loaded in. Just because of the electric, because there's very little you can do to dodge it. And they stay forever. And it takes... This thing's so big, it takes 2 full dodges to get to the other side of it. And the Thunder Breath you really can't do much about. You need to either run the hell away or try and roll under it. Preferably it's better to run away because you can air dodge out of the way. Ow. 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 Ow, God. I tried to avoid it, went into it 3 times in a row. Like that. That's the safer way of trying to avoid that attack. Just put your back against the wall as quick as you can. Ow, and then still get caught by it, apparently. Jesus. Got ya. Okay, that wasn't too bad. It's just you just got to be wary. If you don't have any electric resistance, that boss will destroy you. But if you have a bit of patience with it and know when to back off with air dashes, you should be fine. But once you've done it, that's it for the actual levels of the game. Because the last area of the game, which is just past this door, is just a linear straight path to the end. You'll see what I mean as we enter the Still Palace. I love the aesthetic of the Still Palace, by the way. It's why I stayed here. It's time you knew my name. There was a time when I held many titles. Men knew me by other names as well. But titles, fame, infamy, it is worthless here. On this island, Jarrett is my name. Envy is such a thing. A man envies his neighbour, whose wife is very beautiful. A lord envies a king who commands nobles. A king envies a god to whom all men must bow. And a god envies what a god cannot have. I wanted so much from life, satisfaction eluded me. And the things I prayed for, well, would you believe a god actually answered my prayers? These things, this life, this island, such is my reward. Fantastic power, a lifetime of servitude, and a purgatorial existence is this still place. The god of this island is the god that answered my prayers. His existence is one of insatiable lust for something a god could never have, to be born of light. He preyed on the greedy, collecting on the debts of kingdoms and countries in some mad, mad hope of collecting that thing he shall never have. Alas, he was born of salt and bound by the sanctuary. We are all the eternally dead. This god, this demon, I want him to remain nameless. His lust for power is fueled by terror and infamy. Men at sea can fear the Kraken, but give this vile god no name. Go on. And that's your final setup. That scarecrow that we've been bumping into has had the voice of the god of this island talking through it, and all it has wanted is to try and find a way to escape into the light. Which is why it's been travelling fools and liars to it to prey on their foolishness and their greed, to give it more humanity by killing the fools, earning its place amongst the rest of humanity if it can, but it never got it. the Steel Palace's haunts. I love the Steel Palace's aesthetic. It's dark as hell, but it's the right kind of dark. Now, I know I was criticizing last stream that one of the biggest problems I had with this game is how visually dark it is all the time. But this is how you do it properly. With the color filter, you limited light, it makes a very artistic scenery with where everything around you and where you are. And exploring this place, this empty, hollow place of what once was, is interesting. It's satisfying to see where everything leads to and work out where everything goes. Just be careful on your way down. Check everything as you go. And in fact, it's got its own unique theme. It's the only area in the game that does. So you can just listen to this ominous constant of the impending fight. So we are very quickly approaching. Saltman is no god. What's this guy got to say? Quest end ahead. God awaits. Oh, okay. We missed a sanctuary. The final boss is right there. We need to find a sanctuary. Not that I remember where it is. Hang on. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to de-equip. Let's do this. Return to the candle and then go back in from the top and try and find it. Oh, colour! I missed you. So I don't want to have to do this whole run back every single time I die. Because I know every time I've said this I've ended up doing it first try, which isn't my intention. But I'd be very surprised if I get this on my first try. You go back down to Steel Palace. I like that most of this place is upside down. The entire palace is upside down. It's all representative of the nameless god. The Lord of the Island. I'm trying to remember where it is. I know it's around here somewhere. Is it over here? It is. Yeah, it is. Okay. And it's not even an actual sanctuary here. It's just another shrine. One lone secret waiting way the heck up. Whoa, wrong way. Way the heck up here. And also your way out if you want to explore after you beat the final boss. I can't remember exactly where this links to. Probably Hager's Cavern again, knowing our luck. But it's worth a look. I know I'm just delaying the inevitable here, but come on. Grey Pearl, you want to re-alter some stuff. Actually, with how much right we're going, I think this might actually go into the Pitchwoods. We've got light absorbers here. Oh, the Salt Alchemancy. Okay, so it's lower down. Oh, this is the long run that has... Yeah, you! Okay, yeah, we're going. But yeah, that's everything we have. So let's stop messing around, stop wasting time, and actually press on to take on the final boss of the game. How exciting. I wasn't expecting... I know there wasn't much left, and so I knew this stream would be shorter, but I wasn't expecting to be here this quickly. I forgot how short the Crypt of the Dead Gods actually was as an area. For some reason, I just remember it being bigger. Right, this is the proper way you're supposed to go down it to avoid damage. But you'll probably notice if I end up if it ends up taking me several attempts, you'll notice me care less and less and just tank the bit of full damage. Because something that I mentioned in the first session that is really cool about this boss is throughout the whole of it, the voice of the god of the island through the Scarecrow has constantly been talking about getting you to kneel. No matter what, it wants you in particular to kneel to it. So what it's going to do is that you have to fall into the fight and take a small amount of full damage. You land on one knee when you take full damage. It successfully forces you to kneel for only about a second. So you take full damage and we're kneeling to it as we enter the fight against the Nameless God. As my favourite track in the game plays. And there it goes. Alright, this is going to take a while. But if that thing's going to start screaming, I've learnt my lesson from the Witch. Well, I'm going to learn my lesson from the Witch. I'm going to turn down sound effects a little bit. Yeah, that's alright. Just because well, back on that stream, like, you could hear me fine through most of the live stream, and then in the Witch, every time it went to do its attack, the sound effects of it was the loudest thing on the planet. And so turning that down is just a wise decision. That's the shortcut I was talking about, because I don't mind tanking a heal on the way there. Because we've got another 6. And it's just quicker than zipping and zapping all the way down. Right. Attempt 2. And I'm actually going to shut up and turn my mic off for this so you can just listen to the music while I fight. Gonna be here a while. Yeah, I love this theme. It's a lot longer than what you'll probably hear, or whether it's a successful attempt or a failed attempt against this guy. Regardless of what you do, you're probably gonna not hear the whole thing, but if you get a chance, listen to the Nameless God's theme. Like, just search up the soundtrack on YouTube and listen to the full thing. There's this bit of it about 2.5 minutes into the track that I love. It's such a beautiful piece. I'm glad there's no enemies in the Steel Palace, though. Having to do a run back against, you know, the final boss is just not something I'd want to do. Yeah, you just can't avoid the full damage. You have to take the kneeling to this thing every time you enter. So it's clever, it's just annoying. He's trying to grab me again. He does have delay combos as well. So if he ever like puts his sword down, he can delay the second piece of a combo as much as he wants. Oh god! Yeah, he's gonna jump that. No, I got overzealous. I kind of wish this boss didn't stagger. I know it's a hard fight, but when it's the final boss, I kind of wish it didn't stagger whatsoever. Like, really make us work for it. Glad I interrupted that, though. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't connect. Ow. Jesus. Look how much our health decayed by the way. We're dead. I was like, if I can stagger him out of that, we've won, but no. And our gold doesn't matter anymore. We're not buying anything. But this kind of struggle against the bosses is kind of what I was expecting for most of the game. So the fact that it's only, like, we've done alright as a whole. Like, the only boss that really gave us like, a real significant amount of trouble was the Queen of Smiles. And that was also just because we was early on and I hadn't decided my build yet. But a lot of the bosses have kind of gone down in dominoes. Even things like Ronin Kran, even if it took me a few attempts, we had a good mojo for what we needed to do very early on. And I know what I need to do for this fight, it's just doing it. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap the healing and then run off in the hopes that the stagger of the healing will, yeah, like that, keep it going so I can enter the fight on full health still. Well, as full as it can be despite the full damage's effect. Oh, I tried to get away. I gotta stop trying to interrupt that. Just move away. If he goes to do it, just get out. Sure, if I really wanted to, I could go back and grind an armor might just to give us an extra healing. But healing isn't our problem. We're not running out of heals, we're just getting demolished, so I don't really care to. And to be fair, we're doing alright. I know it can be done. Like, with our build and how we've set up. We're definitely in the realms of being able to do it. It's just getting the run. Ow. This fucker just kicks you. Oh, I was hoping I'd get away with that. And a safety heal. Oh! You gonna jump for me? Oh no, you didn't. You didn't do it that time either, huh? Oh god! I tried to just roll away. My intention there was just get away as much as possible at that bit there, but he just caught me on the roll. I think that's another thing I really enjoy. I like how aggressive this boss is. It feels fair. Every attack you can see what you need to do, and there's enough prediction before it, like enough warnings that you can get past it. But it's still a very tough fight, so it never feels like it's out of your hands. It never feels like you were just killed because the game said so. It's just you get unlucky, or you're not good enough. You need to just like hone yourself in a bit more. And I'd always rather that kind of fight than something where it feels like a huge roll of the dice whether you win or not. Ow. I shouldn't have rolled away. You're gonna follow that up with a slam now. Jump at me, go on. This freaking kick. Look, I know a lot of this fight is a reference to the fight against Gwyn, but still, you can't parry this thing though. It's not a complete reference to Gwyn. At least I don't think you can. Never braved to. Where'd it go? Grab me. It's got a safety heal. I'm also going to reapply this while I got the chance to. Oh, well, the rest of them got stuck in the wall. That's appreciated. Alright, we're getting low. Need to be careful. Rolled into it. Oh no, the kick killed me? Oh, come on! The stupid kick. I thought I had enough health to survive the kick, which I wasn't that fussed about trying to dodge it. As soon as I saw it coming, I was like, no, I can tank that. No, apparently not. I thought the kick didn't do that much damage. Come on. Just took a boot to the head. It's also like the only area in the game where you go from inside to outside, it doesn't make... Because the indoor environments can be so dark and the outdoor environments can be so bright sometimes. Round, what is this, 7? I just keep on not reacting properly to things. I know every... Oh, we might be in trouble here. Oh, okay. I was literally just about to say, oh wow, we got away with that, and then just got dinked. Jump at me, go on. God. You need to go to the left wall, got it. And you're going to swing again, so I can take a few back shots. Oh, okay. Ow, God, I haven't even rolled yet. Okay. Okay, a lot fewer of them got stuck in the wall than I hoped. Got ya! I know that was very bold at the end to just keep on pushing him on like that, but I was like, no, I know I can do this. And you get the Nameless God's ashes for your trouble. And that's it, that's the final boss of this game. We did it. Because leaving out the back here is your option of the endings. If you haven't spoken to the Scarecrow or just aren't interested, jumping down into this well is your first ending. Jumping into here will send you out of the island. It will throw you out so you can return to life. However, if you carry on, the Scarecrow waits here silently. You can make yourself the new god of this island. When the Scarecrow asked you if you wanted freedom or dominion, this is what it was referring to. Jumping down into the well will get you the freedom ending. But talking to the Scarecrow will give you the dominion ending, allowing you to completely become the new lord of the land. I have thought a long while on what ending I want to do, and after a lot of mental negotiation, although you have to do a lot more steps to earn the Dominion ending, the intended and likely canonical ending, if they ever do a sequel to this game, is that you find your freedom. In the same vein as how in Dark Souls 1, you can snuff the fire out and become the new lord, or you can continue the flame. Continuing the flame is clearly the intended one, but you can do a lot more extra effort and little extra steps to get the darker, eviler ending. So I will go down the intended path and get us our freedom. The moment you drop down into here, though, it will take you straight to the credits and then straight into New Game Plus. Like Dark Souls 1, there is no you get to go back and explore the world. That's it. You just land and you start. So only jump in when you're really done. And earn your freedom out of the island. Enjoy colour, and enjoy the strain on your eyes as you played this in the middle of the night. It's going from pitch black to bright colour. Ageless solace. Clasped by death. Cursed no longer. Gasping breath. We got our freedom from the land. And that is Salt and Sanctuary. A game that many moons ago I wanted to do a let's play of, did about 1 or 2 videos into, and it just never happened, wasn't working out because it was just a bad timing, basically. It just wasn't what it could have been. But James Silver, what a game this dude directed and put together. It's such an amazing little experience. Yes, its nods and inspiration is obvious, but they did so much with it to make it its own that I love it. And I'm glad that in some form or fashion I finally got to show off this game and talk about it and have fun with it, because it was live. You got to see more of the struggle and have more of the genuine reaction, even if I was a bit tired during the end of that first stream, of just how much this game means to me and how fun it is and how many little things you can find. Like, going through it yourself, you might not get the same sequence of events. You might go for some of the bosses in different orders. There's nothing stopping you from going for a lot of this in a different way. So the Make-A-Wish Foundation is in the credits for this game. Also, Vati Vidya's in the credits. You know, the dude that does all the lore videos on Dark Souls. He's here. Also, God is in the credits. Thanks to you. Thanks for playing. A new adventure awaits. But you'll see, if you load up that save now, it will just take you straight into NG+. See, NG+. We did alright. Clean on 8 hours. So that was like 40 odd minutes we spent in this stream. My main save, I was only a few levels above it with my sword and shield. But if you load up into New Game Plus, you don't get to fight the Unspeakable Deep. You're just taken back to the beach. And you lose all your brands. That's the real pain here. But everything... Hang on, did I miss any enemies? Was there any enemies I didn't kill? One of them is the Spindle Beast, because screw those guys, and I don't know what the other one is, but I'm not too fast in finding out. God. The Lord of this island possesses incredible power over time and space, but is mortal, fallible, and forever cursed by insatiable greed. The candelabra he bears may indicate the thing he covets most, a candle lit spirit, unattainable to Saltborn. Yes, yes. I keep on going to air dash, that's what that is. Every time you see me jump, I'm pressing R2 as I jump. But this game does have the same Dark Souls style New Game Plus. Like, everything in the game has been made harder when you go into NG Plus, and it does actually keep count for you, instead of you having to keep count for yourself when you're on NG Plus 2, NG Plus 3, yada yada. Damn it, I was hoping for a blacksmith. I was hoping I had a spare blacksmith, solely so I could see what the nameless god's souls were worth. like what you could make out of it. But oh well, you can make his weapon. I know that much, but that's about it. But yeah, that will wrap up Vincent, the blood warrior with the giant sword of holy light dude's adventure through this game. I'll show you my final stats. Level 77, 41 strength, 17 endurance, 27 dexterity, 16 willpower, 8 magic and 5 wisdom, because I put no care into magic. We got devotion level 5. The only 2 levels we were missing is the warpy skeleton dude's loot and those big berserker dudes with the 2 weapons drops to bring it up to 6 and 7. Our equipment load never, I don't think ever went above half after we got ourselves set up, so we did alright at keeping ourselves quite light. Drop rate, despite that number, was abysmal. Our attack was 139.2. God. And our stamina, focus, and health were all top notch. And there's the rest of your numbers as well. If you're balance, if you don't know what that is for magic users. If you use more of one element than the other, you'll make an imbalance of magic, and it will affect your damage and your resistances as well. So it's something to just be wary of if you go down magic builds. And you can see how much percentage of everything takes up as well. But that ends our journey. The only thing left to try and do is making a new save and trying to take on the Unspeakable Deep. I'll give it a few goes, but I'm not gonna be... If I can't win it after a few attempts, I'll just wrap up the stream because I'm not too fast. Sure, why not magenta? You can with red eyes. It comes from Zombieland. Now, your class ultimately doesn't matter too much. God, you could start with a crystal sphere. No, I don't remember what they are. Like, so that's just easy healing. That's co-op. The Amber Idol would probably be your best bet to go because you can get transmuting done quicker. The Grasping Ring, so you can find your bearings easier, and the Crystal Sphere. No, I'm not going to go with the Chef. The quickest way to deal with this boss is to go with the Chef. But I'm going to lean away from that. Or is it the Cleric? Do you go Mace and then Blessed Paper? I can't remember. But I am going to go Boring Old Knight. Magic Iron Pot. I don't know what Iron Pot only means. No blocking, no healing. If you want to, you can absolutely put yourself through the full circuit of this game and absolutely butcher yourself, but I would not recommend it. One thing that is worth noting as well, the 2 symbols will tell you what you're going to start with on the tree. Like, the Chef doesn't start with anything and the Pauper doesn't start with anything. Alright, let's try this. Yes, yes. The knight, yes. Get the... Oh yeah, the princess. That part of the thread was never addressed. You're supposed to take it as the same situation as what the... I forget her name. The bandit that was with you. The one that said ask for Edward. That your princess was a lie. Because the only reason you end there is by serving under fools and liars. So she wasn't a real princess and she wasn't worthy of saving. But this is the gist of the fight. You wait for it to do something, you swing away, you strike once. You wait for it to do something, you swing away, you strike once. Always roll into it. Never, no matter how tempting it may be, roll away. And this is it for the next 5 minutes. Which is why I'm only going to give it so many attempts, because once you know what to do, it really isn't that bad. It doesn't have any elaborate strategies, it doesn't advance in any way. It's just a basic thing that will one-shot you if it happens to hit you, and that's it. Also, be careful hitting if it's in the air, because you will, like, delay its mobility. As you saw there, like, it stops chasing. And going without armor is just the best way to do it, because this thing will one-shot you anyway, so going in completely light is just the right answer. I'm trying to convince it to jump away, because it's more in the middle, so then we've got a bit more room to breathe. So I'm going to interrupt that jump just to try and stop it cornering so much. You see, like, where we're in the corner, we're getting a little too close. The shockwave's getting a little too close to my liking. It's doubtful that it will get caught on the backhand of it, but it's just not worth taking that risk. That's what I want to see. Don't go back. Man, I could have won this on that first stream if I just, like, paid a bit more attention. It was just because I was trying to shake off all that rust, so I wasn't too fussed. But if you're just patient with it, you can absolutely do this. So that's the biggest thing that will screw you in the end, is just running out of patience. Because you need stamina to get a clean roll. And that's it. So you just need to keep an eye on your stamina and make sure it's enough that you can get a roll and still have stamina left. And never get greedy with your strikes. Even if that health bar moves at an abysmal rate, still don't take the piss. Keep it in the middle more so, even better. Just then you've got more room to roll around it. As you saw there, it reacted kind of quick on its impulse there. So you need the stamina to be able to safely get away. I wish it wouldn't jump as much. I know we get an extra strike, but my anxiety kicks in a little bit every time it goes to jump, because I feel it will just catch us somehow. Especially because our stamina is decaying gradually. God, look how far away that fucking jump. I'm going to let you do the jump again, my friend, just to get away from the corner. I'm going to try and interrupt that one to stop that jumping. I'm going to interrupt that one as well, because you're getting a little too far close to the corner now. Look how much, like, even though it's only a bit, look at how quickly our stamina burns through at this point anyway, because we have no stats in anything, because, you know, you just start the game. Nearly died there, got greedy. Got greedy again, need to stop getting greedy. Wait for it to swing, then attack, Rob. Oh, I need to, okay, patience. Wait for it to swing, only strike then. Wait for it to swing, only strike then. Jump the full stretch, go as far as you want, get out of the corner. I'm going to wait for the next one, so I wasn't comfortable in that one. I know I'm not talking much at this point, but it's like if I can actually get this in one go, I'd appreciate it. Because it's just such a long drag of a fight that's pretty goddamn boring once you know what to do. It's just you don't want to end up doing it again because you got impatient. Because there's nothing worse than a punishment of impatience of asking you to be even more patient afterwards. And you need to keep away from the corner, please. Oh, that jump I could have allowed, really, but oh well. This jump I need to not. So I'm just going to concentrate and make sure I get this done. Look at how much stamina we burn through every roll. and let you jump. But not so much the other way. You reacted on that a little quicker than I was expecting. Got ya. That's the Unspeakable Deep. So you can absolutely win this fight. It continues as normal, but you start off with a lot of experience, so the whole early game becomes a lot easier. You get a Drowned Tome, a Shimmering Pearl, and a free Black Pearl for your trouble, so you get another level up on top of it. Literally, for your trouble, you get a free level up, something to upgrade Kraken-based weaponry, and a transmutation material, and 8,000 experience. Let's do this obligatory. Yes, yes, hello. Give me the god stuff. Give me the free so I can actually get in the door. Key in. Just so I can show you how much leveling you actually get out of this. Right, so we start at level 3. And by doing this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You get 10 whole levels for free. Well, you get 9 whole levels. If you killed the little zombie dudes, then you get the extra little nudge. So you just get 10 levels for free. So now you're good to just start working on, I don't know, strength, and then making your armor, and then making your endurance really strong. And I'm just wasting away, so I'm not keeping this safe. But you get the gist. You can make yourself really powerful for early game, which will carry you for a decent stretch into later on. Well, let's then end this. I'll get rid of Unspeaking, and I will... Yes, Vanquish Unspeaking. And I will call this, admittedly shorter stream, but it was, I knew there wasn't that much left, but this shorter stream over. We have done the whole of Sultan Sanctuary. I went back and did Unspeakable Deep. All the optional bosses were done. I'm quite happy with my loadout, and this stream went pretty smoothly. Yeah, Nameless King gave me a few tries, but it's the final boss of the game. If it wasn't giving me a few tries, it'd be disappointing. So thank you so much for watching. If I don't stream again before Christmas or New Year, then have a very Merry Christmas and a lovely New Year. I have got great plans of what I want to do next year, but it's a huge we'll see. If I can get a hold of a PlayStation 5, I won't start Let's Playing until after I've got it. Just because then I can record stuff at a higher quality, higher frame rate. So I'll probably be playing predominantly PS4 games anyway. It's just the kind of hardware upgrade that I have been neglecting for a while, where I've been playing on a base PS4 for forever. And you'll probably get a lot more live streams out of me as well, because hopefully I'll be able to stream at a better rate with better quality, especially things like Genshin. Genshin 60 frames would be very much appreciated when it's been a constant 25 on PS4. And there's a few other PS4 titles I absolutely want to cover as well. Like I said before, I plan on getting Fairy Fencer at some point, just it's the only Idea Factory game I haven't played, so it'll be worth giving it a go to try out. And it might end up being another Let's Play thing, because you know what I'm like. At some point we've got our second run of Dragonstar to do the Madness run, which I might save to the PS5 run, because then there's a little bit more on top of it, other than it just being the second run of the game, doing the other story. Having it be in higher quality, with higher frame rates and such as well while we're at it. And then, oh god, that's just making me think about how Death End 3 will be like when that eventually gets announced and happens and it's on PS5, assuming it is. Oh no, if you're just joining us, we're literally just about to wrap up. We've just beat the whole game, so I was literally just about to wrap up. So if you've just joined us late, this is just a shorter stream to do the last few bosses of the game. We just did it, so thank you for joining me, but I was literally half a second away from wrapping up. But either way, you guys take care now. Peace.